reading nutrition labels is key to your success. There's trainers out there and there's different people that are going to tell you, I eat whatever I want. Well, they eat whatever they want, but they know exactly what they're eating. They probably once read nutrition labels and they just don't now. So if you're not happy with the way you look, then you've definitely got to start understanding what you're consuming, what you're taking in, and really get familiar with those foods so that you know what to change to get the results you're going for. There's a couple key things on the nutrition label that you want to look at. We're going to look at calorie totals, we're going to look at the trans and saturated fats, we're going to want to look at the sodium, and then we're also going to want to look at the carbohydrates and sugars. All these things play into what is going to make you gain weight or what's going to make your body burn it instantly and help you burn fat because you're eating the right foods. The first thing you want to look at on a nutrition label is your trans fats and saturated fats. If there is a trans fat on the label whatsoever, put it down. This is that processed food that I've been talking about. If it has processed stuff in it, basically what your body is going to do is go, I have no idea what this is. This is man-made. It's not natural. I'm going to store this fat because I do not know how to process it. Trans fats, have to put them down. Next, you want to look at your sugar totals. If ever your sugar totals are very high, that's another form of a carbohydrate, and sugars are used as quick energy, but you can't burn too much sugar. Too much sugar turns directly into fat. So let me explain. If you've worked out hard, you've just moved through a burn workout, some of the other things that we've done in the past, if you've just moved through one of those, you can have some sort of a sugar, an apple, Greek yogurt. Some of these types of things are high in sugar, and it's going to get your glycogen levels right back where they should be. That's a good thing. But if it's later on in the evening and you eat a high sugary food, that is only going to help you or make you store fat because your sugar totals are so high, your glycogen levels are not low, so extra anything makes you gain weight. Calories is a very important piece to the puzzle. As we discussed in the first video, you've seen that your calorie totals have to be accurate if you want to prevent weight gain and promote weight loss. So count those totals, whether it be your drinks, your food choices, or all your snacks. Each of these things have to be added into a total. The best way that I can help you with your calorie totals and knowing if you're too high is, remember, you split up for your 5 meals out of the day. So you already know that a food choice, if it goes over your total amount there for that meal, that's a no-no. But if it falls within that, I always compare a 5-meal day to my perfect 5-meal day. So if I'm eating my egg whites, my bagels in the morning, protein shakes throughout the day, lunch I'm having some kind of a turkey sandwich with a fruit, and in the evenings I'm looking more towards lean meats and vegetables. Now that's my 5 meals for the day. So I know that if I go for a breakfast item, and even if it falls within my calorie total, if I'm eating something that is way higher than another food that I could have eaten, I always compare these things and kind of always choose the lesser one. So let me give you an example. My snack before my workout is a protein shake. I know that it's roughly about 130 to 200 grams of calories, and I know that it's roughly about 30 to 35 grams of protein. Well, if I was to look for, say, a piece of chicken and some rice or something, now I've got all kinds of carbohydrates that I've added in there as well. I've got more calories because there's more things. So I know that I've got this fallback perfect meal. So I always advise that you pick a 5-meal perfect system for yourself: a morning, breakfast, a snack, a lunch, another snack, and a good dinner, to always fall back on and compare it to other food choices that you might be getting into. Sodium is the other one that you want to watch out for. If sodium is high, sodium means that it's a processed food. There's salt on it to make it last longer, so you want to stay clear of high sodium foods. The last thing on the nutrition label that you want to check out is the protein content. Just as we mentioned in the video before, I showed you on how to calculate how many grams of protein you have, and you gotta really stick to that because it's gonna help you get more lean, it's gonna help you burn fat. But you wanna look at those protein counts and look at your serving size. If you are eating something where the serving size is much smaller than what you're actually consuming, just because the package is a certain size doesn't mean that that calorie count on the back, the protein counts, all those things on there are accurate. Most things are a serving size of 1 to 4. So you've actually, if you eat that whole sandwich, you eat that whole piece of steak, you're really looking at more of a serving. So with protein and calories both together, you've got to make sure that the serving sizes match what's on the back. So for your proteins, as I mentioned, if you eat too much protein at a time, you're just going to be moving over your total and you're going to be gaining weight.